YouTube friends, today we are going to do a get ready with me featuring a couple of new subscription box makeup items that I've received recently, including the Laura Geller Central Park palette. It looked like a lot of pretty shades and I've gotten to play with it, and I have to say I really like the colors. If you're new here though, my name is Meredith and welcome to my channel mereofalltrades. I do all sorts of unboxings here, beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. I also do grocery hauls and shopping hauls and whatever else I'm up to at the moment. So if that sounds like a good time, definitely hit the red subscribe button down below and we can hang out more often. Alright, so the first two things I did to my face after my good old moisturizer is I tried out the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer. It is a nice sort of, well, in my case, flesh-toned primer, and so it really does match my skin tone very well. I would definitely say it does have some illuminating properties to it. It blends really nice, absorbs well. It does have a slightly sort of medicinal scent to it. It's very, very light, but I like it. I don't know if I feel like it really filled in my pores particularly well, but it definitely has some good luminosity, so I'm happy to use it. This was the first primer I've gotten recently that I was really intrigued to try out. And then you've seen me use this if you've watched any of my Get Ready With Me videos in the past, the Tarte Tinted Moisturizer. This is actually no longer available, so I wasn't going to bore you by watching me put it on. P.S. I use my hands in case you haven't seen it, but this is what it looks like. It just evens out my skin tone. It doesn't completely cover, you know, every little thing, but it gives me a pretty good canvas to work with. So I'm really happy with that, and I'm going to be testing out new tinted moisturizers. So if you have a good BB cream or CC cream or tinted moisturizer that you absolutely love, leave it in the comments below because I'm going to be looking for a new one. So anyways, all that being said, let's go ahead and try out a few things. So we're going to go ahead and start with the eye look today, and I have a couple of other palettes and products to talk about, share with you, and try out. Okay. So this is what the palette looks like. I did, like I said, test it once before. And we're going to go ahead and start with a nice fluffy blender brush. And I'm going to go in with this sort of taupey shade into the crease and then sweeping it a little bit around the lid. Now one thing I did notice is that this palette, and I don't know, there you go. This palette has a lot of kick up, and I do mean a lot. So I would have to say that would be one negative, is I feel like you're going to end up wasting a ton of product, because the minute you start to swirl a brush in there, you're going to just lose a lot of it. So how have you guys been doing out there in the world, oh YouTube land friends? What's new? Have you been going out and about at all? Have you been staying home? How are things in your area? Here in Minnesota, our numbers are decreasing. So I'm pretty happy about that. Obviously, you know, that doesn't mean that we're going out and just doing everything, but it's nice to know that, you know, hopefully the risk is a little less. So just really sweeping that into the crease. I feel like this shade could be just a smidge darker, but I do like it. And then this next lightest tone, I'm going to go ahead and use that and sweep more toward the inner corner, and I'm actually going to use the same brush. So it definitely brightens up. It's a good base shade if you're just wanting to do a nice neutral matte look. So far, super duper basic. We're going to go ahead and go in with the darkest, which is Turtle Pond, and put that in the crease to sort of smoke that out a little bit more, because to be honest, it hardly looks like you're wearing anything. So if you're wanting a really nude eye look, this palette is great for that. I, however, want to do a little something more since it is actually a Get Ready With Me video. So I did switch to a more precise brush, just FYI, because I really want to do a little more detail work this time around. And bringing that in. And you could even use this sort of underneath as well if you wanted to go along the lower lash line, which I'm going to do just a teeny tiny bit of that. There we go. Just a little bit. I don't want too much. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take Cherry Hill, since it's the only shade we haven't used yet. And we're going to go ahead and tap that across the center of the lid. So now when I was using this palette, the one thing I would say is I absolutely love this shade. That's what it looks like. It's really pretty. Swatches beautifully. It definitely looks better if you tap it on with your finger versus using a brush. I have noticed that. But I kind of wish that this was a shimmer shade. I mean, you certainly could use this. I'm not sure if it's really supposed to be a highlighter or a bronzer. For me, I think it's too dark to be a highlighter, and it's more shimmery than I would want, like, to use as a contour. So I don't know if I'll get quite as much use out of that shade. So voila, that's my eye look. Super duper basic, nothing crazy and out of the way. This is the Araceli liner in Coffee. This is the one that I got in my recent IPSY box. And I have tried this as well. And you know what? I'm going to do this in my little handheld mirror because there's just no way that I can do eyeliner in the viewfinder. I'm just not that cool. But having tried this, I feel like it goes on very nicely. The applicator has just enough give to it. And if you watched my IPSY Plus unboxing, I was so happy to get a non-black liner. So I'm really just almost tight lining. I don't usually like my eyeliner to be super thick. How about you? Are you a cat eye sort of person? This is so weird trying to do this way. Yeah. To be honest though, it's funny, when you're doing this eyeliner, you can hardly tell that it's brown. It is such a dark shade. Ah, no, I'm screwing it up. Can you guys hear my cat meowing in the background? You'd think she found the catnip or something. Alright. Alright. Went a little overzealous on this side, so I gotta tone it down just a smidge. There we go. That looks better. And of course we're gonna put mascara over it anyway, so does it truly matter? I don't know, we'll find out. Okay, so I'm gonna try out the They're Real from Benefit Beyond Mascara. I feel like I might have gotten a sample of this like such a long time ago, and I've tried it before, but I honestly can't remember if I liked it or not. It's been so long. I feel like it's been probably like 8 years or something. So we're gonna try it out again, and we'll see what we think. Have you guys used this, and if so, did you like it? It has the sort of rubberized wand, which I guess I'm not as big a fan of. It's not the end of the world. And I feel like sometimes you can't always judge a mascara on first use unless it really like flakes all over the place and like smudges really badly. But I feel like a lot of mascaras look better after they dry down a bit. What is your personal opinion on that? I will say that this wand, for being rubberized, is pretty comfortable on the eye, so that's good. so far it seems okay. I do like these travel size mascaras because I feel like they're the perfect size to put in your purse if maybe you just didn't get a chance to like finish your look before you had to run out the door for work. You can do it later. Or to just keep in the car in case you want to touch things up later. When I worked outside the home, I kept a little makeup bag in my purse full of like sample size stuff. Because when I was working and trying to get, this was back when my boys were very little, when I was trying to get 2 little boys out the door so I could get to work on time, there were some mornings where I did not get to finish doing my look before I had to get moving. So, it's just one of those necessities, you just sort of learn to work with it. When my first son was born, he did a lot of spitting up, a lot of like reflux type thing. And so I would literally get dressed for work and put my winter coat on, and then I would pick him up to take him out the door, and I didn't put my shirt on until he was bundled up and ready to go. Because there were so many days where he would spit up all over my shirt, and I'd be running late for work, and I'd have to go change everything. Oh boy, those were the days. So anyways, happy that that is no longer the case. But, alright, so there is the eye look. So far so good. I'm going to use the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. This is a new brow gel that I have been using, and I've been liking it pretty well. It definitely has more hold than the Anastasia of Beverly Hills that I was using, but I like it. And I do think the color is a pretty good match. I definitely wouldn't want it any darker than this, but I feel like it's just about right. Kind of goes with my hair color, and I feel like it thickens the brows just enough, which is more what I'm looking for. I want to be able to comb them into place and have them stay, not be too crunchy, and I don't like the look of penciled in eyebrows on myself. I think other people do it and it looks just fine, but I feel like gel is just easier. One step, one swipe for me, kind of a thing. What are you guys using on your brows? Anything good I should be trying out? Any drugstore brands that you're just blown away by? I have to say I like I think this was $7.99. I like this a whole lot better than the 20-something Anastasia, the ABH one. Because that's kind of a ridiculous amount of money, I feel like, to spend on brow gel. Don't get me wrong, clearly I have done that before. But this one piece of hair just wants to like join my eyebrows. There we go. Looking pretty good. Alright. That's done. Now, when I have, on the days I contour, which is not an everyday sort of thing, I've been using the Nomad Sydney Bathers palette. Also from IPSY. And I've been really liking it. I definitely have to be careful. Because a little for me goes a very long way. But I was really happy to see that one of the shades was light enough that I could use it without looking scary. And that's about as much contouring as I do. And then there is a highlight shade, which is this lightest one right here, called Balmoral Beach. I'm going to be filming a couple of videos after this, so you'll see the same look and the same shirt and maybe even the same necklace in the next few videos. I never know which order I'm going to upload them in, but so that is that. And then we're going to use the blush that comes in this palette as well. It's called Strawberry Fields. I think it's a really pretty shade. That's what it looks like right there. And this one definitely goes a long way, at least on my fair skin it does. But I really like it. I always feel like blush is very necessary for me because otherwise I just can look so pale and washed out without it. If there was one thing you had to do every single day, what would it be? Like one piece of makeup. I feel like even on my really, really boring days, I always use my tinted moisturizer, no matter what. I mean, unless I know I'm literally going to be staying home and doing yard work, I put it on every day. Just because it evens things out for me. Because I can tend to get a little bit red, like right in here, especially. And then if I'm not going to do anything else, I'll do like chapstick, mascara, and blush. And that's like my day where I'm not really doing anything. I'm not filming. That sort of thing. Alright. I feel like I could even use a little more. Believe it or not. I'm like barely tapping into the blush, by the way. Otherwise I could end up with clown status very quickly. Alright. So that's that. And then I have a few different lip products I thought I would show you that I think would go really well with this look. So the first one is this Dose of Colors, and this is in the shade Campfire. This is a liquid lipstick, which I really like, but because I'm going to be filming a couple of different videos, I don't want to put a liquid lipstick on for my first lipstick. The second one is Three Plays, and this is by Bell and Argent. Thought that one would probably look really good and match the blush color. If I wanted to do a gloss, this Jules Smith Beauty one is really nice, and this is in this shade Namaste All Day. Really nice. And then the last one is from Milani, and this one is their, let's see, the Color Statement lipstick in number 25, which is Naturally Chic, and that's the one I'm going to go for. I love this. I think if I did a list of like my favorite lipsticks, this shade specifically would be on there. I don't think the formula is anything to like, I don't know, write home about. It's a good lipstick. For sure. See, isn't that pretty? I feel like it goes really well with the look. Anyways, nice and subtle. I like it. It smells kind of like kid makeup. It smells like strawberry shortcake dolls or something from my childhood. I think it's a strawberry shortcake doll. So, you know, do I think it's maybe the most amazing quality lipstick? No. But do I think the shade is absolutely gorgeous and looks good with my skin tone, so I don't care? Yes. So I really like this one a lot. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I'll pop up some videos for you. Leave me all your comments down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys!